What is the correct formula for copper to bromide? So copper's symbol is Cu. Copper 2 means that it has a charge of positive 2. Bromide is Br, since bromide is secretly bromine. Bromine is in column 7, which means it has 7 valence electrons. It has 7 and 1's 8, so it would steal 1, so it would have a charge of negative 1. Then I can go ahead and crisscross charges for subscripts and check to see if that is my lowest possible ratio. The ratio 1 to 2 is the lowest possible ratio, so that means that I am done. My formula would be CuBr2. What is the correct formula for nickel 3 sulfide? Nickel has the symbol Ni. Nickel 3 means that this is a charge of positive 3. And sulfide is secretly sulfur. Sulfur symbol is S. And then sulfur is in column 6, which means it has 6 valence electrons. I have 6, but I want 8, so I'm going to steal 2. And then I will crisscross charges for subscripts and check to see if I need to simplify my ratio. The ratio 2 to 3 cannot be simplified any further, so that means that I am correct in my formula. What is the correct formula for silver sulfide? Silver has the symbol Ag, and it is in fact part of Cadmium, which means that I don't tell you what the charge is. So I needed to have memorized what the charge for silver is, and silver's memorized charge is positive 1. Sulfide is secretly sulfur. Sulfur has a symbol of S. Sulfur is in column 6, which means it has 6 valence electrons. I have 6, but I want 8. So that means it would have a charge of negative 2, since it would steal 2 electrons, and stealing is bad. Then I would go ahead and switch charges for subscripts and check to see if my ratio could be simplified further. The ratio 2 to 1 cannot be simplified any further, so my final answer would be Ag2S. What is the correct formula for zinc fluoride? Zinc has the symbol of Zn. It is part of Cadmium, so that means that I had to have memorized the charge for zinc. Zinc's memorized charge is positive 2. Fluoride is secretly fluorine. Fluorine has a symbol of F. Fluorine is in column 7, which means it has 7 valence electrons. I have 7, but I want 8, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to steal 1. Stealing is bad, so it's going to have a charge of negative 1. Then I would go ahead and crisscross charges for subscripts and check to see if my ratio can be simplified. The ratio 1 to 2 cannot be simplified any further, so my correct formula for zinc fluoride would be ZnF2. What is the subscript for platinum in the correct formula for platinum 4 sulfide? So I need to go ahead and find the formula for platinum 4 sulfide. So platinum has the symbol Pt, and platinum 4 means that I have a charge of positive 4. Sulfide is secretly sulfur. Sulfur has the symbol of S. Sulfur is in column 6, which means it has 6 valence electrons. It has 6, but it wants 8, so it would steal 2. Then I would crisscross charges for subscripts and simplify my ratio. My ratio is currently 2 to 4. That can be simplified to 1 to 2. So I would be left with PTS2. What is the subscript for mercury and the correct formula for mercury 1 phosphide? Mercury has the symbol Hg. Mercury 1 means that it has a charge of positive 1. Phosphide is secretly phosphorus. So we have phosphorus, the symbol of P. Phosphorus is in column 5, which means that I have 5 valence electrons. I have 5, but I want 8, so I would steal 3. Stealing is bad, so I have a charge of negative 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and crisscross charges for subscripts and check to see if I can simplify. Hg3P1, the ratio 3 to 1 cannot be simplified any further, so that means that that is my final formula, and I am looking for the subscript on mercury. So the subscript on mercury was 3, so that would be my answer. What is the subscript for oxide in the correct formula for silver oxide? Silver has the symbol Ag. It's part of Katzenagel, so I need to have memorized that charge. Silver's charge is positive 1. Oxide is secretly oxygen. Oxygen has the symbol O. Oxygen is in column 6, which means it has 6 valence electrons. It has 6, but it wants 8, so it's going to steal 2. Stealing is bad, so I have a charge of negative 2. When I crisscross charges for subscripts, I am left with Ag to O. The ratio 2 to 1 cannot be simplified any further, so I'm looking for the subscript for oxide. It's invisible, which means that it is an implied 1.